Hey guys, NJ here, welcome back. Now we are at the final stage of the torture test for this HGLRC F440 V2 micro stack. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, where the hell have you been? We are 5 videos deep now and trying to torture test what we have here, which is literally 8 grams of very high figure boasting components installed in my 6-inch Archon quadcopter. We gave it the 4S test and I punished it as much as I could over the space of about 4 or 5 packs, and it's held up with absolutely no problem at all. Now let's cut to the flight footage and see exactly what happened with the 5S packs. I pushed it pretty hard. See for yourself and we'll have a chat afterwards.
Nervous.
Do you want to do a bit? That was good.
I ragged the crap out of that. Can't put that on camera.
No.
And there you go, just like last time, it was absolutely fine. If anything, I think I probably flew this even more aggressively than I did in the 4S tests, because it got to the point where I was thinking, I've kind of got nowhere else to go with this to get more power out of it, other than, or to draw more power out of it, other than to start messing with the props and just stuff that I'm not really going to be doing anymore. I'm happy with where things are and the results of the test. But I did really go for it, and on some of the punch outs, I think the longest punch out was about 4 seconds. We managed to push the temperature of the board up to about 60 degrees. Again, completely comfortable. I don't consider that to be a problem at all for this board. In fact, I know because again, I talked to Andy about this. He managed to push it up to, I think it was 120 degrees, and it still hadn't shut down by that point. So there's definitely plenty of headroom. Personally, I'd be a little uncomfortable taking any PCB that's kind of air cooled, as it were, over much over 80 degrees. So the fact that this is peaking at 60 degrees at the top of a 4-second punch out, I think this is this is a great piece of gear. I've got to give it a recommendation, because we're already testing this on 5S outside of the manufacturer specs, and for the price of these two together, or the three with the VTX, it's very good, very compelling package indeed. The only thing I would say is that if I was going to stick with 5S on this quad, I wouldn't be using anymore the 35 volt 1000 microfarad low ESR capacitor. Really, when you take the voltage up, you also need to take the voltage of the capacitor up, because those back EMF spikes, voltage spikes, are going to be higher still. You're probably going to be safer putting something like a 50 volt in there. Again, if you can fit it, because obviously the capacitor starts getting even bigger, 1000 microfarads would be ideal, but if you can't, 470 microfarads will definitely do something. I think that was probably noticeable that this was starting to struggle, because some of that noise started to go over the head of this and filter into the video. I'll probably stick with flying this on 4S just because of the efficiency. I can fly that for so much longer on the 4S setup, and the power's still great. In terms of 6-inch quads, it's a really different beast. It still freestyles great, but it's got this nice flow and weight to it, and I'm not running an awful lot of camera tilt on that, but my god, this thing hauls. I mean, once it's set on straight and it's on the plane and it's got the momentum and the inertia in it, it just tanks. It can disappear so fast. So for long range stuff, I can see why that's so popular. And with that setup and the MPU 6000, that tuned up and flew fantastically. So on both 5 and 6S, and I didn't require hardly any retuning of this on Betaflight 3.5. Very impressed. So yeah, it's been a fun experiment. If you like this kind of thing, where we've taken, rather than just kind of do these very fast throwaway reviews, we've spent a bit more time. You know, we spanned this over 5 videos, I think, or 4 videos in total. If you've enjoyed this and you want to see more of this kind of thing, where we do a real start to finish, build videos, get the whole thing out, test it, go past the limits, if that has been something you've enjoyed, please let me know in the comments, and I'll make sure to try and do this a little more frequently. But it certainly has been fun. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.